Hi, it's Kathleen Woodhouse, and I want to share with you my new business coaching program called Big Bold Business Coaching and Consulting for Women. So, thanks for joining me, and I'm here to just share and tell you a little bit about this brand new program that I'm really excited about. So, I'm going to share my screen here and tell you all about it. Okay. So today you'll discover why a coaching community will help you grow your business. And again, I'm Kathleen Woodhouse, and there are three things I want you to know about me before we start. I used to struggle with my career and knowing what I was good at. I didn't know what my gifts were. I didn't know how I could help others. I knew I wanted to help others, and I actually went into teaching first because I thought that was the way I could make the biggest impact. And then as I learned what I could do to bring value to the marketplace, I created a process to help me determine my next steps and then was able to move forward and reach my goals easily. I have helped hundreds of women over the past 10 years to find their purpose and reach their goals. I started out with life coaching. I was a career coach at a community college for almost 4 years, and through both of those processes, I did a lot of business coaching. A lot of the women that I worked with that didn't know what they wanted to do, it turned out they had something, unique that didn't really fit into the career options that they were given. And really, it was because they had a creative mind, and really wanted to do something on their own and have their own business. So I did a lot of business coaching through that as well. So my biggest passion is inspiring women to reach their goals by using their gifts to help others. And today you'll learn how information sessions will help you to build the knowledge and skills you need to become more confident in your business, especially if you're just starting out, or even if you've been in business a while, but maybe haven't made the progress that you're looking for. You'll also learn how ideation sessions can help you to expand your mind and new ways of thinking, helping you to move away from being stuck. Also, how implementation sessions will not only help you to be more focused, but also give you the benefit of not being alone. You'll also discover this surprisingly simple way to increase your income that most business owners starting out haven't tried. So I'm going to give you that. It's a really simple and surprisingly not done enough. Also, a counterintuitive way to create more time and energy in your schedule. And I know every woman in general, I know, is usually looking for that. And then, of course, business owners as well. I'll also give you three simple things that you can do that I do that will help you to be more productive. And then I will offer a chance for you to work with me. So I'll be making an offer at the end of the training, and this will be the first time that I've ever taken my 10 years of experience as a confidence coach and given it to a large group for business coaching with over $5,000 in gifts. So again, I mentioned I've done life coaching and career coaching, and I've done a lot of one-on-one and workshops. And so this is the first big group coaching program that's a year-long program that I'll be offering. So I'm really excited to bring that to you. And whether or not you get this offer, you'll also get value from this webinar. So the big problem, I want to make sure that you're in the right place. So let me know if this problem resonates with you, because if it does, then I know this webinar will definitely help you. Do you feel like you don't know what to do next because you lack the knowledge or the skills because you've seen so many different ways of doing things? All these coaches are doing something different. You see these business owners on LinkedIn and other social media, and there's so many ways of doing things that you aren't sure which one is right for you. I know sometimes I got overwhelmed with that, seeing other things and trying to do everything. So do you feel like you spend more time on trainings and webinars and buying programs than you do actually implementing the information? I know a lot of the women I work with, love to learn, and that's great. I love to learn too. But we need to take time to actually implement. So if you feel like you're spending more time learning than you are actually doing, then this is the place for you. Or if you know that you're meant to help others, like I mentioned, I knew for sure that was something that I was meant to do. But maybe you spend so much time trying to figure out what you need to do in your business that you aren't really making the income or the impact that you desire. So if that's you, then you're in the right place. So, if you want to make an impact and you find yourself worrying about doing the right things or doing them in the right order, and you want to make the income that will give you financial freedom, and you'd love to be so comfortable in your own life that you can not only provide for your family, but also for the larger community and bigger causes, maybe a charity or maybe even starting your own charity. But there's something stopping you from creating that level of success, then again, this is the right place for you. So, why you should listen to me. I mentioned a little bit about my background. I'll tell you, when I was at my lowest moment, it was point where I had sold my car, I moved out of my apartment, I had trouble paying for groceries, and I felt like a failure. I was stressed and depressed and giving up on my dream. But in my heart, I knew for sure that my purpose was to help women and to help them to find their gifts. And so that they could share their gifts with the world and create an even larger impact. So I knew that that was the work for me. I had done the work to figure out my purpose, and I knew that there was a bigger vision for me. So I needed a plan of action. And finally, I got a job that helped me financially. And then also, after that, I got an even better job that helped me gain the experience I really needed to implement workshops and to really work with a larger number of clients that I could, help and make the impact. So I continued to build my confidence, and it gave me the opportunity to pay for the training and support that I needed. So I thought, okay, now I've got this, I've got the experience, I've got the training, I have some money to spend. And I thought having the money and the knowledge, and I had upgraded my habits, I thought it would all be solved, but I was still struggling. And I felt like I worked so hard, but I wasn't gaining the traction that I needed. So maybe you feel like this sometimes. I tried everything I could with what I had, but it wasn't working. And so, I had taught, I'd heard and I taught, do what you love and the money will follow, right? I'm sure you've probably heard that. Well, for me, I'm teaching about passion and purpose. And so I'm thinking this has to be true. Where's this money that I'm following my heart? But there was more pieces to the puzzle. And so I had to put them together to create a system that allowed me to reach my goals so I could serve more people and make a bigger income, as well as that impact. So I made a discovery, and through that, I have overcome my technology challenges, learned how to package my products, and overcome my hate of social media. So I even started posting on YouTube. I've shared live events and started my email list back up. So I've always been afraid of not having enough time. And because along with making an impact, time freedom is one of my greatest values. Being part of the right coaching program that gave me the information, the ideas to move forward, and the implementation of all those trainings, along with the community support, has given me more freedom to reach more of my goals. And so now it's your turn. I want to show you how information, ideation, and implementation in a community of support can help you to grow your business faster than doing it alone. So, first of all, I don't want you to think that just having information is enough. Sometimes maybe you read a book, maybe you went to a training, but there's a lot of times you don't even know what you don't know until you start talking to other business owners, you start reading those books, and you start getting out there in those trainings. And so when you're just starting out, having the right information is key. You need to know what you need to know. So learning the things that you aren't even aware of yet is going to save you time and money. And so that's what having a training program and a coach can help you to do. So even the biggest businesses are always learning. Things are changing in the world and things are going to continue to change. So you're never going to know everything. You're going to always have to continue to learn, but having the right things for the moment is going to help you to be successful. And so it's important to learn the different pieces of your business and the new ways of getting things done. So when you're looking at the computer and you don't know what to do, or maybe, I'm a pen and paper kind of person, but if maybe you're just staring at a blank page or a blank screen, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start, maybe you're procrastinating because of this. It's always good to have a bank of ideas to draw from. So brainstorming, and you can do this, by yourself, but it's more fun with other people and with experts and people who have experience, who are passionate. A lot of times I work with clients who say, that they have someone in their life, it could be a parent, it could be a spouse, that they thought would be more supportive, and they can't really talk to them about the business things that they find so enjoyable. So having other business women to brainstorm with is really a lot of fun. You get the feedback and you have that experience that you can learn from. It gives you a new perspective. Maybe you're focused and, maybe you're not meaning to be narrow-minded, but maybe you can't see the bigger picture because you're focusing so much on the problem. And so having other people to talk things out, to build upon ideas, so that can help you to expand your thinking. Not only is having a trained coach a way to generate ideas, but also connecting and having conversation with other business owners, as I mentioned, and sharing and expanding thoughts to create a new vision can help you to allow your business to grow in a new direction. So again, having the ideation sessions and brainstorming sessions are really helpful because sometimes you don't even know where an idea will go. So maybe I love to share new ideas, and in my business support networking group, I always offer to give out ideas, anybody who's looking for something new, because I could share 10 ideas and maybe none of them are the idea that somebody goes with, but maybe one of them sparks a new idea in them, and then they take off with that. And so that gives me so much joy to be able to share, new perspective, new ways of thinking. And so that's what, being part of a community and having these types of ideation sessions will help you to do, so that you don't feel stuck and, just focusing on the same thing over and over and over. It gives you a ton of new ways of doing things. Okay, number three is one of the best and worst parts of being a solopreneur or an entrepreneur, is being solo, is being by yourself. So most people want to have the freedom. They don't want to work for somebody else. They want to be able to do things their way and implement their own ideas. But then they are all alone. And so often we find out very quickly that they can be lonely, and especially when you're trying to figure things out and you don't know where to start, you don't know all the tools and tips and techniques that you need. So, being very self-disciplined is very important, but even, the most disciplined people can still develop bad habits, or, feel overwhelmed with trying to implement all these new things. And so it can be easy to get distracted, to procrastinate, to, especially if working from home, maybe go to the refrigerator or go to the bathroom more often, or, just waste time, or maybe spend time cleaning or wanting to, sit down or relax or do, any number of things. And it's a lot easier when you don't have somebody telling you what to do or having that accountability. So having specific work times set aside in your calendar that you can implement what you've learned on all those wonderful trainings and webinars will help you to focus and make progress. So actually scheduling the time, making sure you have a schedule, even though you want the freedom. For me, one of the biggest things I learned is actually having a schedule, and the more routine that I am, the more free and more time I actually have. So make sure that you schedule routine, actually have work times, start and end times, and that you're actually scheduling blocks of time in your calendar to implement everything that you learn in those trainings. And then having other women in business to help you stay accountable. As I mentioned, without having a boss, you're only accountable to yourself. And, it can be very easy to get in the habit of, well, I have nobody counting on me. So being able to put things off a little bit easier. So having other women in business who understand you, and you can ask questions and really get that support when you're unsure of things, will help you to keep going when things get a little tough or you don't know what to do. All right. So now, first things first is I told you I would tell you a surprisingly simple way to increase your income that most business owners starting out haven't tried. And even women who've been in business for a long time haven't done it. So the first thing is, and I'll stop for a little bit to allow you time to actually write it down, but I want you to write down your financial goal for the month or the year. You can pick, you can break it down, you can do both, but choose a financial goal for yourself that makes sense for you, that you're comfortable with, that you believe in, that you can actually do. You can always, increase and change your goals as you, gain experience, but I want you to actually write it down. And then I want you to write down what you will do to achieve it. So, is there a coaching program that you're going to implement? Some kind of service? The number of clients you're going to work with, for how much? So take a few minutes just to write that down, and I'm just going to wait quietly and allow you that time to write. Okay, so hopefully you picked a number. If you're having trouble with that, start with something small that you're comfortable with. And honestly, it could even be $5 that you're going to make next week by, selling something that you own. Just get in the habit of actually writing it down, something that's believable, and then something that you're actually able to do in exchange for that amount. And that is just good practice to help you get in the habit of, setting that goal, seeing it, believing it, and then taking the action to achieve it. Okay, so don't be afraid if your goal at first is really small. It's better to get in the habit and practice that, just like exercise. You're not going to go out and run a marathon right away. You're going to start with, like maybe running a minute if you haven't run in a long time. Maybe you're running 30 seconds. And that's, I've been there. I did a couch to 5K, and then a 10K, and then a half marathon, and started from not being able to run for a minute. So it is true with exercise, but it's also too with your financial goals is starting, small and doable and then increasing it. So, you know, I love if you have big goals, like I do. You want to make a lot of money and help a lot of people. That's great. But make sure that you're starting smaller and then building upon it. Okay. So, number two, I told you that I would give you a counterintuitive way to create more time and energy in your schedule. So, a lot of times, especially women, the women that I work with will say they don't have a lot of time or they're tired, they need more energy. And so one of the best ways that you can actually create more time in your schedule is taking time to plan. And so it seems counterintuitive because you would think like, oh, I don't have this time, so I can't do it. But the more time you actually spend planning your schedule and what you're going to do, what you're going to focus on, the more time you'll have to do it and to reach your goals. So I want you to take out your calendar and schedule a time this week, and I'd like you to do at least for 2 weeks. If you can do longer, that's great. Um, if you're just starting out, I know it might seem harder to look further ahead, but just do it for, this week sometime, maybe it's tomorrow morning, maybe it's right after the session, but do something like not too far away, that you can actually sit down and start to plan a time to plan. Okay. And so you'll be planning your goals and you'll start to be able to plan different things in that time, but you need to take the time ahead of time to save you time in the end. Okay. It'll also save you energy because you're not wondering what are you going to do each time you go and you'll be able to look at your calendar and be able to actually know what to focus on, instead of worrying about 100 different things. And so that'll save you the energy as well. Okay, and so three simple things that you can do to be more productive is actually writing out your morning routine is one thing that you could do to be more productive. But within that, I also wrote three things that I do to help me be more productive within my morning routine, and that is writing, exercise, and meditation. So you can have different things that help you, but make sure that you do have a morning routine because that alone will help you to be more productive. Again, waking up, knowing what you're going to do, but also these things can help you save energy. Meditation helps you with focus. Exercise can help you with focus as well. For me, being able to exercise in the morning, get all that physical energy out really helps me to be able to be more productive with my mind, my ideas, and creativity, and actually coaching and helping others. Writing is the same thing. I can wake up and have lots of ideas, and so being able to write and get those out can really help me to focus and to know, to kind of clear out all those ideas again so that I can focus. So those are three things that help me to be more productive. Give them a try and see what they do for you. Again, you don't have to implement all three right away. Maybe you're not exercising, maybe you're not meditating, and maybe you don't even like to write yet. But trying journaling can help you with all these, the ideas. It can also help you, with your emotions, especially as you're starting a business. So pick one and start implementing that within your, morning routine. And then as you get going, you've done it for a little bit, you can add another one, just like everything else. Okay. So those are just three extra things that you can do to be more productive. So I'm going to recap because we've covered a lot. So recapping everything that we went over today. So you learned that you don't know what you don't know, and having the knowledge and skills that you do need will help you to do better in your business. We also discovered that having a team of people to share ideas with and ideation and brainstorming can help you to move off of stuck and move your business in a new direction that you might not even be expecting with confidence and the support that you need. And then I revealed the best way that I found to implement my work was to schedule implementation sessions on my calendar with others to help me focus and keep me accountable. And those are some things that you can do as well to not just gather knowledge, but to actually start doing the work, taking the action that you need, that inspired action. And you also learn to solve the feeling of being solo as a solopreneur is really to align with other solopreneurs and support each other. And writing out your goals, scheduling time to plan, and having a morning routine, including things like meditation and exercise, can help you to be more productive. So thank you for staying through the webinar. And now you have a choice. So choice one is to take what you learned and apply it all yourself, which is great. Or choice two, the smart choice, is to let me help you to master your business and make the income and the impact that you desire so that you can have the time, freedom, and the financial independence that you're looking for. So now, as promised, I'm going to share with you big, bold business that I'm so excited about. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and tell you about big, bold business. So again, I'm super excited because this is the first time I've done this where I've shared such a big group coaching program, a business coaching program at that. And so I want you to imagine that you're achieving your goals, you're making the impact that you desire, and you're going beyond the goals that help you in your business, but also in your family. You're able to contribute, and beyond that, you're able to support your community, you're able to contribute to charities, and beyond that, you're able to maybe even start your own charity or do something globally and worldwide. I know that the kind of women that I work with have big goals and big dreams. And so I want to help you and guide you step by step to reach this goal. So this program is for women who have big dreams and want to make a big impact, because that's what I'm all about. And I want to help you to do the same thing. So having big, bold business will help you to have the knowledge that you need, but also the implementation sessions and the ideas along with the support. So if you're, coaching, then you'll be able to learn each week a different training session. I have sessions on creating the ideal client, on products, systems. There's so many different things. So each month you get a new training. Now, in addition, you're also going to get a Q&A session. So this really helps with the ideation. You're going to be able to learn from other people asking questions, and you'll have an opportunity to ask me questions directly. So you'll have once a month training, once a month Q&A. You're also going to get 4 different implementation sessions throughout the year, which will allow you to work with other business owners, have the time to focus. If you want to work independently and just have your, your mic off and things like that, you can do that. Or you can go in a breakout session and work with others who are working on the same thing. So maybe you're trying to create your USP, or maybe you're trying to create your 30-second promo, or maybe you're working on marketing and messaging. And so you'll be able to work with others who are actually working on the same things and ask questions with them. And so again, the Q&A, you'll be able to learn from everybody at different places, which you'll still be able to learn, but then the implementation sessions are more focused, allowing you that time to actually start implementing what you're learning in the training. So you get a mix of all of those. And so you're going to feel, you have the support, you're able to ask questions, you're learning the knowledge and information, as well as actually implementing. And again, asking questions, which will help you to create new ideas and help you move forward, and so that you're not stuck and not feeling all alone. I want you to feel really supported. So you're going to have all the different trainings, all the implementation sessions, the Q&As. You're also going to have guest trainers. So I've invited some of my friends with different expertise to help you. So with things like networking, with finances, different experts for different things. I have one of my friends coming on who's works with mompreneurs. So all different areas to help you, so that you're not just getting and learning from me, but you're also learning from other experts. So you're going to get that as well. So that means you're going to have lots of that information that you need, the things that you don't know that you don't know, and you don't know that you need to know, you're going to learn from all of the different experts. Okay. So imagine that you're feeling supported, you have the knowledge that you need, you have new ideas and ways of doing things. Whenever you feel stuck, you have support. You are, going through all of this, and then you're able to start moving forward. You start to build the confidence that you need. You start to actually implement things, and you start to see a change and growth in your business and in your confidence. And then your income starts to grow, as does your impact. So imagine all of that. And you won't have to struggle. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to hide under the covers anymore. And I know you're laughing, but we've all been there. I know I'm not the only one, and I have had those days, and I know that you have too. And so when you don't know where to turn, you're not going to feel like that anymore. You're going to have constant connection with people. There's an online community, a LinkedIn community, and so you'll be able to, in between all of these sessions, you're going to also be able to connect within the community as well. In addition, I didn't even mention there's also going to be networking events as well, and sessions designated specifically to help you find accountability partners. So not only are you going to have the large group community support, but you'll also be able to connect, and that's up to you and your responsibility to connect and get to know others within the community. But I know for me, having an accountability partner that I met through my own coaching program has been one of the greatest things that I have. We're on the same level, we both had experience, we both work with women. We both have very similar interests, but yet we have different ways of approaching things, and we're able to connect and really be able to help each other to grow and support each other. And we meet, on a consistent basis. It's not every day. We do text in between, and that's what you'll be able to do as well with someone that you connect with from these sessions. And so we'll have networking sessions, as well as specifically, times to help you to find that accountability partner. And so there's so much value. This program is definitely worth at least $5,000. I believe it's more, but I said 5,000, but I believe it's a lot more than that, especially with the gains that you can make in your business. And so you're also getting, my experience, 10 years of coaching, my ideas, my knowledge, all the books that I read, the stories that I can tell you, the clients that I worked with, and lessons that they've learned. So don't forget that you're getting all of that as well. So you're getting, at least $5,000, and then you're not going to pay that though today. So you're not going to be investing in that. For me, this is my first time doing it, and is my thank you for attending the webinar and for being one of the founding members of my new program, that you can act now and get instant access to the community. And you can do that now for only $4.97. So you're saving so much money right there. You're actually saving over $5,000. Again, huge deal. I showed my friends what I was giving away, and they thought I was crazy. It's so much. This is just to get started. It won't be this for long. As I continue to grow, the price will go back up. This is just a special gift for, again, the founding members, as a way of saying thank you for helping me get started with this new program, so I can reach my goals and help more women like you. So again, you're going to be able to get instant access to the community. You're also going to get bonuses. I didn't even mention the workshops. And so there's two, and the live events. There's two live events you're going to get tickets to. My birthday bash, which is really going to be about celebrating life and celebrating you, not just me. And also my holiday party at the end of the year. So 2 times a year, I'll have events. You'll get 2 tickets. Those are bonuses. So you'll get those. And then the workshops. I have the vision board workshop. I have the gratitude and grace workshop. There's so much in there. There's 4 workshops total to help give a holistic support, mood and mindset as well. And you're going to have so many different opportunities. So those are included. So they're going to be offered to people outside of the coaching program, and you'll be able to take part and get the tickets for those events as being part of this program. So this is just crazy that there are so many different things. So just imagine having all of the support you need, a community of women, the LinkedIn community, as well as the knowledge you need, the implementation, the ideation, all the things that I wish I had together all in one program to help me so much earlier. I wish I had that 10 years ago, so that I would have been more successful and be helping more women much earlier and not going through all the different struggles that I went through. So again, you can start now. I'm going to put the button in the chat so you can add it to your cart. If you have questions, put it in the chat and I will answer those. So another thing, you don't have to decide now. I do have a 30-day money back guarantee. So you have a full 30 days to try out this product, but I know you're going to love it. There's massive benefit for you. And, but if you don't like it, it's not for you, then I will refund your money and, no questions asked. And you'll be able to move on, and we'll just leave it for people who, it is for. I'm not into helping people that it's not for. This is definitely to support women that know it's right for them. And so, you don't have to worry about that. I'm taking, that risk. And so you don't have to. Okay. So imagine that you're reaching all of your goals, you're getting the knowledge you need, you're getting the ideas and getting off of Unstuck, you have a place to ask questions, you have support, and you have all these holistic pieces with the workshops and some fun with those live events as well. So I'm going to show you real quick, I'm going to share, and I want to thank you for watching this webinar. I want to show you real quick all the different trainings. My computer will work. It seems to be stuck here. Oh, I guess that's not working right now. So I will just add the link in the chat so you can add it to your cart. And if you have any questions, just reach out at admin@kathleenwoodhouse.com. So thank you for watching this webinar. I appreciate you, and I trust that you learned a lot and got inspired. And I hope you're excited to get the Big Bold Business coaching and consulting program for women. And last call, click and add it to the cart so you can get it right now. Thank you.